Oh, there we go.
Sweet.
All right. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
I'm going to do this too. Let's see. There we go. This is very awkward to me to hold two phones, but that's okay. We're doing it. All right. So, obviously, I'm Tiffany, and this is Kevin. We've been at this for a couple years now. I know you guys are a sibling pair, so you've probably been at it a little longer than we have, but
Well, not really. I mean, we've only kind of just begun actually doing investigations back in April of this year. So
oh,
yeah. So I mean, but I mean, we've both had a shared interest in the paranormal for years. I mean, we have a pretty big age gap. I'm 40, she's 27. So the generational gap is there. So at least we've been able to at least bond and become closer with this similar interest in the paranormal. So, and like I said, we've just started doing investigations and stuff. April of this year.
If you guys are on a road trip, who picks the music though? That's a big difference in
That would be me because I'm the one that's driving. She can't drive.
Yeah.
So.
Just put the earbuds in and
Yeah, she just kind of does her own thing. Sits back, reads. I just do the driving.
Pennsylvania. So I'm thinking like Leonard Skinner and no Britney Spears or nothing like that. Then right?
No, for me it's mostly like Metallica, Luke
Oh, okay.
Combs. I'm a big Luke Combs fan. I'm really surprised by him. I mean that guy can't do anything wrong. I mean he hasn't made a song that I haven't liked yet. So
yeah, very nice.
I mean it's the older metal, and like I said, like Luke Combs, stuff like that.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, there's a big country up here. We have Taste of Country in Buffalo, and it's always sold out.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he played here or not, but I know of the name. I'm not sure of his music very well, but I've heard of his name anyway.
Yeah, like I said, he's one of the bigger names in country music right now. I mean, he's on a stadium tour right now, and he sells out big NFL stadiums each and every concert.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, he's like I said, he ain't done wrong yet.
That's cool. Okay, go ahead, Tiff.
oh,
You want
okay.
to start?
Yeah, sure. I guess so.
Throw you under the bus.
I know, right? That got me way off guard. You guys are talking. I was just in my own world over here. Um, I mean, I don't know how soon you want to get into it, but I know that you sent a couple videos to me and I got to review them, and some pictures. The picture is probably the thing I would like to start with because that was like super cool to me because you pointed out something completely different than I saw.
Yeah, like I said, it really shocked me when you emailed me back and said you saw something else, which I didn't see, but then I saw it. But not only that, but also yesterday I shared that picture with somebody else, and they saw something different than what you saw and I saw. So
yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah, it really is. So yeah, I mean, you want to share share the one. So this one here, we just got back from a trip to San Jose, California. We did an event with the guys from Haunted Nights. We've become really good friends with them guys, Steve and Dylan. They have a pretty big YouTube channel. And they had an event at the Winchester Mystery House out there in San Jose, California. And we just got back from that. And this was one of the photos that I had taken outside of the house before one of the events had started on the first night. And I was looking back at it and was kind of surprised at what I saw. Can you guys see it?
Yep.
Okay. So
I'm
the
not
one
sure
on the left. Let's say so. The one on the left is the
now.
one that I zoomed in on. I was kind of surprised. Like to me, I see a woman standing there in the window, and I don't know if you're sharing both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Inside that red circle, I see a woman standing there, like wearing Victorian style clothing, looking out onto the front courtyard. Which that's right where we are. It's the front courtyard. There's this big tapestry of hedges, and there's like 4 or 5 fountains out front with statues. There's a big like Indian chief statue out there. Really beautiful front courtyard. Just this whole house is just absolutely amazing. But to me, yeah. So the first thing I noticed was a lady standing there, just looking out onto the courtyard, kind of transparent, and it gave me chills when I saw it.
When Tiffany comes along.
Then Tiffany comes along.
Right hand corner, bottom right corner, it looks like a doctor. The mask and then the eyes, like he's kind of like
I see that.
peeking.
Yeah, I see that.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
But like I said, when I saw that woman figure standing there, I just got full body chills. I'm like, are you like, what is this? Did I catch Sarah? Did I catch her niece that lived there with her? Like, it was just unreal because like you literally can make out the entire facial features, the neck down to the torso. I mean, I didn't know what I caught, and I sent it to the guys that hosted the event, and they were even surprised and shocked at what they saw. So, still,
Winchester House. The
Winchester Mystery House out there in San Jose, California.
Okay,
Yep.
I gotcha.
Yep,
I gotcha.
Don't know if people really know the history, but Sarah Winchester was the widow of
Yep.
William Winchester. He was the founder of the Winchester Rifle Company, and then when he had died, she sought out the advice of a psychic medium, and that psychic medium had told her that she was being haunted by the spirits of everybody who was killed by the Winchester rifle.
Yep.
And that she needed to move and build a house and never stop building. And she never stopped building this house. There was round the clock 24/7 building of this property for 38 years until she died in 1922.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely an amazing structure. Like, that was one of the things that we were both really taken back by, was just the architecture and just, how everything was done. It was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it looks like a beautiful house on the outside. I can only imagine what it looks like on the inside.
Yeah, it was absolutely stunning.
No, that's a good capture. I'm seeing it more and more clear. My mind's putting in the missing pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super excited when I opened that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I see like a whole face in the corner. And then I read the email and I'm like, oh, I missed the whole other part of this. And then I saw the silhouette that he was talking about. So
Yep. You want to roll right into the video?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
So let's actually, since we're going to this route, why don't we start with the seance room? Yeah. So there's a group of 4 of us. It was her and I, and then 2 of our friends from a Discord server. And we were in one of Sarah's seance rooms. We were doing an Estes method. She was under the Estes method, and we got some pretty interesting things. The one girl, her name is Victoria. She's just going to ask a question. The other girl, her name is Ari. Like I said, really good friends of ours. And what we heard and what we got in response was pretty unreal.
Yeah, most wild Estes in my life, 100%.
I'm not sure if you guys have sound on your end.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, we hear it on our end.
Very lightly. Oh, let me see if I can.
See if we can try it again.
Yeah, let me just make sure it's.
Were you guys able to hear it at all, or no?
No.
Oh, there we go. I didn't have it turned on to share system audio.
All right. Let's try it.
Can you make a noise?
There we go.
Ridiculous. Hello? Is someone walking over there? Oh my god. Did y'all hear that? That was disgusting. Footsteps. Oh my god! Yo, I hope that got caught. Oh my gosh. Oh, I just got like a cold breeze on my face. Oh my god, I'm shaking.
Very cool.
Footsteps that we had got, but they were very loud, very distinct, to the point of right where I cut this, like maybe 5 seconds later, I had gotten up and walked out of the room and took just a walk around just to make sure there was nobody out there, and there wasn't anybody else on the entire floor that we were on.
Oh wow.
So
did it sound like cowboy boots or?
It's I mean, it sounded like like heavy boot, not necessarily maybe cowboy boots, but it sounded like maybe like workers' boots.
Like
Okay.
you
I mean,
could hear the heel toe.
Yeah, you could kind of really hear the heel toe, like a loud thudding, but it was literally like they were coming down a set of stairs and then walking away from the stairs. Because right outside the door, there was a set of 3 steps that led up, and then a little walkway, and then 3 steps led back down. And then continued on. It was just like literally a pointless set of stairs. But there was a lot of things. There's a lot of things in the house that are kind of pointless to everyday people like you and I. But
Yeah.
And then it kind of wrapped around and went down another hallway, and there was nobody else on the entire floor that we were on.
Very cool.
So,
Very cool.
I mean, for as loud as those were, for us, and then Vic was also recording on her camera off our screen, and she got them too.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
So that was really intense. I mean, and that's the second time that I've heard that loud and distinctive footsteps.
Now, do you believe that's like it was coming to say hi, or like coming like you guys were calling it in with your method, or
honestly, the way that it went, I kind of well, I was just say honestly, the way that it kind of went, I feel like it was just good timing on a residual.
Okay.
Because like I said, like to me, it sounded like it might have been like one of the workers, like one of the construction guys, on his everyday, going from point A to point B, working on whatever he's working on. It might have been a really good timed catch of a residual. The fact that we asked, can you make a noise, and then we heard it, because it wasn't necessarily like it was walking into the room. Like you could hear the steps of coming down the stairs, and then you could hear it walking away for about 3 or 4 steps before it stopped.
Okay, very cool.
Nice.
So I mean, I not really said again, I'm not sure if it was just a really good timed residual catch, or if it was a intelligent response to her asking to make a noise. I mean,
no, that was a good capture though. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, either way, the fact that multiple cameras picked it up and you all had like the same reaction just made it that much better.
Yeah.
So that's
well,
really
and then
cool.
like I said, and then for her to be under Estes and not be able to hear it, anything that's going on, any of the questioning, anything like that, and then for her to say, "Oh my God, footsteps!" like 10 seconds after it happened, like that was crazy. I mean, that's what really got the room, was her saying footsteps.
I came out of Estes and I was so jealous that I didn't get to experience it.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, that was crazy." I'm like, "You have no idea what you missed by being in Estes."
I've never had like that room. Like it literally felt like my chair was just spinning the whole time I was doing Estes. I was that locked in, and it was the most I've ever gotten in an Estes session. It was the coolest thing.
Nice.
That's very nice. Yeah. Well,
But it was like
I won't do it yet. She does it herself. Yeah. I'm not brave enough yet to get the voices in my head, and so the thing's moving.
And that's I said, and that's the one thing I keep telling people is like the biggest difference with this place. Like we're going back because there's a lot of places that we didn't get. We did it for 2 nights, 6 hours each night, and there were still a lot of places that we didn't get to that we wanted to get to.
Yep.
And the biggest thing for us that we thought was one of the cool things was this was the first time that the Winchester House has allowed a private group investigation by an outside source. So the Winchester they'll occasionally do their own like investigation nights. This is the first time that they've allowed anybody outside of themselves to host an investigation, let alone for 2 nights. So we were kind of part of a first, which we thought was really cool.
Yeah,
but
that's cool.
But the Winchester House was so impressed by the turnout. I mean, it was almost sold out both nights. They were selling 30 tickets was the max, and they sold out almost sold out both nights. So they were impressed by the turnout and then how the guys and everybody handled everything. They invited them back next year and potentially for 2 separate nights. We're hoping maybe May and October of next year, but we're definitely going back because there's a lot of stones that we left unturned, if you will.
Yeah, you may have formed a bond where the spirits will get to know you and welcome you back and show up for you. That would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this was, what did they say? This was the 6th time that they've investigated.
Yep.
So the guys from Haunted Nights, this was their 6th investigation of the property, and
the ghosts are very familiar.
The ghosts are very the spirits are very familiar with them.
It's pretty cool when they say your name.
Yeah, I mean that's what we kept getting. A lot of the Estes sessions that we did, she kept saying, Steve, where's Steve? Dylan, Dylan, So it got to the point where on the second night I went to Steve and I'm like,
I think they want you.
All right, dude. I'm like, we've got to do a session together because they're asking for you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar with them, but Steve is kind of more of the class clown of the two, is how I would put it.
And the ghosts pick on him back.
And the ghosts really give him a hard time sometimes. Dylan's more of the reserved, relaxed type, And so we finally get him to do a session with us, and she was in Estes again. And she kept saying, they like, Steve. And he was like, yeah, I'm here. Like, what? Like, idiot. Like 3 times in a row they got, So it was like they were heckling him.
Yep.
It's so funny.
Yeah, there's something that they like about him. That's for sure. That's good when you get like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, and they, the second night we kept getting our names repeatedly.
Yeah.
And she
becoming comfortable.
She has a pen name because she's a published author, and she got both of her names back to back almost every time she went into an Estes.
Wow.
But that kind of leads into our little next set of videos because it kind of ties together from one of our other investigations. If you'd care to fill them in on that.
So we back in April, our very first one that we did together was at Billy Creek Village. And from the moment he and I first stepped into the Catholic church there, something was physically affecting me immediately. And I'm definitely, I would say, the more sensitive of the two of us. He's the equipment guy, 100%. And I'm very much like, I go off of what I feel. And it was after me right away. And that night we went with Steve and Dylan, and it wanted me alone. And then the second night it wanted me alone. And so finally I said, I'll go in and I'll do a solo. And it was waiting for me. And that's this next video for sure. It was waiting for me.
All right. I'm nervous for her before she even plays the video.
That's
I'll wait, but I even made a comment about this video.
You've seen it then.
Yeah.
Cheater.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. 1 moment.
Please believe us.
Okay. There's supposed to be one back there. That's been a theme tonight. I got been pulled out into the warehouse. I don't know if there's anything here. If you guys won't be able to see, I don't know if I'll be able to see.
Great. Yeah, I see that.
Okay. I'm listening.
Pretty brave. She sat right back down.
And that's what I said. I was like, my gosh, she was so brave doing that. Like, she didn't even flinch.
You don't listen.
I think I stayed for another, I think the video goes on in my files for another 5 minutes. And then I was like, I'm hearing things now. I'm seeing shadows in that corner. I'm leaving now.
That's what it took for you to leave?
That's what it took. Yeah. I was like, all of a sudden I'm sitting there and I just felt this like cat scratch in both directions down my back. And I was like, I've never been scratched before, but I'm pretty sure that's what this just was.
Yeah. I could see the red marks. Was it 3 scratches or was it just the one single?
There was
like an X?
2.
Like
one,
Wolverine?
yeah, like an X down the back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Huh. It wasn't Deadpool, was it?
Yeah, and then we when we went to the Winchester house, this comes into our next video. I'd kind of not really forgotten this had happened, but now we've been on a few more investigations, and I was like, okay, you know, I don't really think about this as much. And then the ghost at Winchester decided I was going to remember it.
I mean, we are at the top. I'm trying to. Billy Creek. No way.
Billy
No
Creek?
shit. Is it the thing? Stranger. Yeah. Because it said mine. Right here.
Stranger.
Would you stay right here? Do you remember me? I do remember you. Are you the one who scratched me? Hi there. Fuck. Rena. Oh, fuck.
Rena, I just got chills. Look, it's closer to you now. Look, it's
Hi.
closer to you.
Welcome. If you scratched me, can you set off one of these two devices with the red lights for me? Drop it. Rena.
It
Thanks.
doesn't want you to talk about it.
I'm gonna talk about it. Rena.
Where are you going?
Samantha.
Both names.
Same person. Back to back.
That's who you're talking to.
I'm after.
You're not after her. You can't touch her.
Water.
Sounds like a issue, not an issue me.
Water's been coming up a lot. Yeah, I was too. Yeah, I got water.
Are you thirsty? It's been hot.
That's valid.
I'm still here.
Who's
Where-
still here?
Where are you from?
Church.
From church. Billy Creek.
No, I think they do really. They like
This is what we got.
Altar.
Altar? The altar of the church?
folded on me.
See, what is it? The altar of the church. How about Billy? Billy.
So yeah, needless to say, we feel like she may have an attachment for Billy Creek
Little
that
bit.
followed us to San Jose, California.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Because for the words Billy Creek to come out of an Estes session, it's a pretty specific set of words that we've gotten nowhere else.
Especially church and altar right after that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
it's crazy.
And when I asked if it scratched me and it just goes, hi there, I was like, oh, that's comforting.
And then I
She's
get a
brave.
I was saying, I don't know if you could hear the other guy that was in there. That was Steve from Haunted Nights. And the one thing that he said is kind of like, you know, iconic now for me anyway. It's just like his sense of humor. But like when he finally figured out that, you know, of what we were talking about, he was like, oh, that sounds like an ish you, not an ish me. Because I mean, he gives her hell, but she gives it right back to him.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've become really good friends with these guys. We've been to a bunch of their events. They're really professional.
Mhm.
You know, it's just Steve's, like I said, he's more of just like that class clown
Yeah.
type of guy. But you know, when they're doing a serious investigation, he's really like deep into it.
Mhm.
I mean, they've been at this 16 years
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
They've been
yeah.
into it 16 years. I mean, and Dylan, he's only 23.
23, yeah.
He's 23 and he's been doing it since he was 11 years old.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You guys bring laughter to the investigations. It's really, it's pretty impressive that you guys are having fun and enjoying yourself. And
I mean,
it's entertainment for sure, but you guys are really enjoying it, and that's good to see. You know?
yeah, I mean, that's the biggest thing is, you know, really taking everything in and, you know, just enjoying it because, like, you know, especially at Winchester. I mean, how many opportunities are you going to have to investigate the Winchester house? I mean,
True.
you know,
That's
we
true. I
looked
didn't
at
know
it
they
as a,
did.
you know, we looked at it as
I
a
always
once
thought
in a
they did
lifetime
walkthroughs.
trip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, we looked at it as a once in a lifetime trip, and now it's turning out to not be, but we treated it like it was, you know, like this is going down. Like we're going to do this no matter what.
You have an opportunity to go back for another time, which is, you know, you're gonna come in and get experience now next time. So
Yeah,
that's cool.
for sure.
And you find new hot spots and the cold spots, and you know that's good. That's good.
Yeah, like I said, there's quite a few places like, you know, that I wanted to get to, we weren't able to get, or that I wasn't able to get to.
Or
They
we got
did,
lost.
you know, or we couldn't find the spot again. I mean,
Hmm.
it's so easy to get lost in that place. I mean, It's 160 rooms, 13 bathrooms. It's just hallways that go in circles, hallways that, go to walls. There's doors that open to walls. There's doors that open to right outside. So you fall 12 feet to the ground. There's staircases that lead to the ceiling of the next floor. I mean, it just, it's so crazy. It's a labyrinth of hallways. It's
On
so
purpose,
easy
it was
to get
supposed to be
lost and
designed.
disoriented.
It was designed that way to make the spirits just endlessly not be able to find the owner. And I know she used to sleep in different bedrooms every night. She never stayed in the same room either. So they couldn't find her. If they did locate her, she wasn't there again. And I heard some stories about it. It's I never officially put it on our bucket list, but that's one place I'd like to go to also.
Yeah,
I always believe they did day tours. I didn't know they're opening it up to the adventure of paranormal like that. So
yeah, for sure.
Paranormal during the day too, of course.
But, I was gonna say, if you guys are interested, when we find out when those guys are gonna host their event again, we'll let you guys know.
Oh, don't tease me.
Like I said, the talks right now are hopefully May and October of next year. I said for a place like this, it was $150 a night. It was a little bit more expensive than their traditional events, but $150 for 6 hours of investigating the Winchester Mystery House wasn't going to pass it up.
That's easy. We meet up, and that's a road trip right there. Bring some snacks and.
Who the hell driving that long?
That's a road trip to me. I'm a former truck driver, so driving's not a problem for me at all.
Well, not me either, but that's a 3-day trip.
Is it really that far out?
California?
Yeah. Oh, California. Yeah. Okay.
It's California. Yeah. Like I said, when we left, we flew out of Buffalo.
I'm thinking of a plane.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
we flew out of Buffalo. We flew Buffalo to Vegas and then Vegas to San Jose. So, it made for travel days for sure. But there was no way I was driving that far. Matter of fact, this trip here was the first time this one here has been on an airplane.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
And now she likes flying. So
definitely quicker.
Yeah, so it's a good trip.
For sure.
I can see having two. I always say the word wrong. FSP centers are because she would go under too.
SD said.
Yeah, SD methods. Yeah, she would do it too. So put you both under.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Well, and we did that.
Super. If you guys got the same words and the same kind of vibes and all that stuff too.
Well, or if we had a conversation with each other and didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the funny part was we actually did that in Winchester because we were curious. So the girl that was in that first video doing the Estes, that was Vic. She was the one that had asked in that first video if you can make a noise. And so she does a lot of Estes. So we were in what they believe was going to be Sarah's library. It was unfinished. She had passed away before she got it done. But so we were in there, and I said, "Why don't we do a double Estes? Why don't you and Vic both go under?" I'm like, and we'll just see if you guys get the same things. What? And there were certain points where it sounded like they were having conversations with each other.
Or we'd say the same words like a couple seconds apart from each other. Yeah. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it was really interesting because it was like, the spirits were having conversations with each other through them two. So I was like, we've never had the opportunity to try to do a duel. And so we did it. And it was interesting. It was definitely interesting.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. The last time I did it, was very well, I had to leave the room because the spirit came to me and she showed me how she died by physically making me not breathe. So she drowned.
It was scary.
My breathing changed. It got super labored and I'm like, I got to get out of here. And
now was that the Swamp Woman video?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, I know it's not on your YouTube, but I saw when I was typing your name into your YouTube to try to find your channel, I saw that video.
Yep.
And I saw you freaked out and ran out and you had to get out. Yeah. that was very interesting.
And I mean, honestly, it wasn't even so much because I was scared of the swamp lady. It was I couldn't breathe. Like not being able to breathe stunned me.
Physically got her.
Yeah, like you were being suffocated.
Yeah, like I mean, like it felt like I was drowning. Like every breath just got harder and harder. So I needed to get out of there.
Yeah.
Tell her to be cautious. She's doing it. give her the warning.
No, that was wild though. That was different, but
that's why I won't do it.
I'm Kevin's guinea pig 98% of the time.
Yeah.
I definitely have a tendency when I go under Estes of getting like touched or grabbed. When I'm under, we had that happen. We did one here in the house, and I forgot that he was sitting over like on this side of me, and somebody grabbed my elbow on this side, and I thought he was trying to get me out of Estes. And I jumped and I pulled up my blindfold and I look, and then I turn around and like, oh, you're over here. There's nobody here. But I felt him like grab my arm to pull me out of Estes, and that was a little unnerving being in my own bedroom.
Yeah, that's why I won't do it at my house.
Oh yeah, I was saying little side piece. We have spirits in our home.
Very haunted house.
Yeah.
They were kind of, let's say they were kind of aggressive to begin with, but I think we finally reached a happy medium of, we live here now. It's our house now.
But we'll all coexist.
We'll coexist.
Control.
Things have calmed down, but yeah.
No, that's cool.
All right, I got a question. So you said you're sensitive. Do you like bring anything protection wise with you? Or do you just
Lots of crystals.
What kind of crystals?
My favorite is obsidian and hematite for sure.
Good ones. Do you use like clear quartz or selenite or anything with you?
I do have a selenite that I keep in my bag, but that one sometimes gets left behind by accident.
Gotcha.
Do you sage after? Do you use any kind
of? Winchester. We did do some saging after that, but I'm pretty sensitive to sage for an allergy, so I have to stay away from it.
Yeah. And I didn't, because like I'm not really sensitive, so I don't want to ward off by doing that. I want to maybe try to bring them to me a little bit more. So like they were all saging, they were all saging in the parking lot after the very first night, because the one other girl that was with us,
she got really sick.
Ari, the girl in the footstep video that had asked if anybody was out there. They were doing a session up in the Witch's Cap, and she got really heavily affected, like nauseous to her stomach, like it was really bad. So they were saging in the parking lot afterwards, and she started coming to me. I'm like, oh, don't worry about me, I'm good. Just go ahead, do your thing. It's like I don't want that. I don't want that protection. I'm like, I'm not sensitive. I or that I know of, but I haven't honed it or felt it yet. But it's kind of one of those things of I would rather not until I have to. I mean, she's been affected here in the house in the past, back when what was here was kind of more on the malevolent side. I don't really think it was malevolent as it was protective. Yeah. Because what we believe we have are just the former owners. So they were, they were older. He had died first. Back in 1982, he was in the military. She was a Japanese woman that it was a really funny story. It was actually a payment to him for work that he did on her parents' house in Japan while he was over there for the war. So they gave him their daughter as payment for the work that he did. And so he had passed away in 1982. And when the house was sold, it was under the impressions that she had passed away too. Well, it was right after, it was 2 weeks after, or no, it was like 2 months after we had done that session up here, that I was browsing the obituaries in our local paper, because one of the guys that I had worked with had passed away. And I saw the obituary for the Japanese lady that was the owner here, and she had died 2 weeks prior to us doing that investigation upstairs.
Almost 4 years after we were told she died.
She was in a nursing. Wow. She was in a nursing home in Erie, and her and her grandson actually came here one day because there was a wooden sign hanging up in our garage that had his grandfather's name engraved on it. And he was just wondering if we still had it, if he could have it. He wanted to donate it to the local historical society. And he was under the impression that she had passed away.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
So they had two or three kids, but they all live out of the country. One lives in Japan, one lives in Canada. Nobody else lived here in the area. So I think they just told everybody that she had passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Really, she was like in a nursing home in Erie. And she had just passed away 2 weeks prior to us doing our little investigation here.
So we feel like the like more angry spirit may have been her husband, because everybody was told she died and he couldn't find her. And so all of a sudden, here's all these strangers
trying to figure out who was in my house.
Yep.
She actually, you got pinned to the bed?
I got pinned down to my bed. Yep.
You got pinned down to her bed so hard that it dislocated her shoulder.
And that was only maybe 3-4 months after we moved in here. And that was the beginning of our little journey of, we wanted to make friends with the spirits because we don't want to force them out. But so we've now found peace with them. And ever since she passed away, everything is really calmed down.
Calmed down.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a good thing.
You're a trooper. You need to be like a
I was going to say, she definitely gets affected more than I do. Like I said,
purple and sage may not be enough. I would say bubble wrap or crash touch dummy something. Like, wow.
Yeah, like I said, she definitely gets affected more than what I do. Like I said, I mean, we've been 5-6 different locations, investigations.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've heard things, I've seen things, but I haven't been physically touched. I haven't been physically attacked. I haven't ever felt nauseous or sick. Nothing's really ever affected me in the 5 or 6 different locations and investigations that we've done. So she's definitely more.
It will happen to you. It's going to happen.
Like I said, that's why I'm not doing the saging. I'm not trying to protect, because it's like I want, I'm welcoming of being scratched or being touched, or I want to know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotta be careful what you wish for, though.
Yeah,
that's what I tell them.
They tickle you and you pee, you're gonna be mad.
Yeah. Funny story. We were just, was it not last weekend, but the weekend before, we were at the Fairfield County Infirmary. They were doing flashlight tours, and she had stayed home, and me and our mom went. Because she wanted to go back. She went out there for FCI Con, and she wanted to get back because she had had an interaction with a child spirit in one of the rooms, and she wanted to go back to see if she could reconnect with it again. So we went out for the flashlight tour. It was from 7 to midnight. It was $20. So we go out and we're in this room. It was towards the end of the night, right? Maybe like 11, quarter after 11, somewhere in there. And, we were trying to reach, there was a little group of 4 or 5, younger adults, kind of horse assing around, if you will. Really weren't being respectful like you should.
Here it comes. Go ahead.
Well, she tried to like telepathically tell the girl, like, if you need to get away, come, here. Well, then over the spirit talker, it says, I'm behind you now. She's like, okay, okay. Well, then it was shortly thereafter. Now, granted, she wears glasses like I do. She got poked in the eye. Somehow she got poked in the eye, and she asked if they poked her in the eye. And right after they poked her, or after they said, or she asked, it come over and it said pain. It was like, yeah, that was painful. You just poked me in the eye.
As little kids do.
As little kids would, It wasn't like a violent. You said, like she says, it wasn't like a violent poke. It was like, like a child just accidentally like poking your eye. Like if you were holding a child, they started flailing and poking in the eye. So that's kind of what it was like. But for 3 days after, only that eye had drained like a white, was like draining like a white goop, like it was allergies, but it wasn't allergies because it was only out of that eye.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
she's
I told her it was ectoplasm.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it was just a leftover ecto, you know. That's all it was.
She's very much like me too, where it's like if it's gonna physically affect somebody, it's gonna be probably me first and then my mom.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
So your mom's really sensitive then. That's where you get yours from.
She is for sure.
And
Yep.
it skipped him though.
I think
That's
so.
all. Or
Probably.
he just hasn't developed his yet. That's all. He
Right.
may be able to
Yeah.
vibe off of yours though. Like there's going to be situations that he's going to feel what you feel at eventually.
Yeah.
It's coming. You just
Like I
haven't
said,
had
that's
yeah.
like I said, that's kind of what I'm hoping for. You know, I was like, I'd like
Yeah,
to be
it's
able
coming.
to, you know, I'd like to be able to experience that kind of stuff. I mean, it's cool to feel, you know, or to hear the footsteps. It's cool to you know, catch that thing moving in the corner of your eye, you know, and the smells and stuff like that. But like, I want to experience it, you know, like
Oh, you
grab
will.
my arm, touch my arm, you know,
Yep.
scratch my arm, scratch my back, you know, like show me that you're here.
You can see her saying no, you don't.
Yeah, it
Say
doesn't
that
feel like a
now.
nice back scratch. It feels like cat paws.
Yeah, that's cool though. Very cool. What else you got? I got lots of questions for her.
Go ahead, fire them off.
As far as like sensitivity, do you believe like energy spirit, they want to show themselves to you? Like,
for sure.
like I believe haunted locations, I believe people with more sensitivity, they hear their stories. Like him and I, we can go to a haunted location and there's times that I do vibe, there's times I do sense things, but to me, the sensitive people hear the true ghost stories. I believe that at a haunted location, the ghosts come and tell everybody's story. It's only certain people that can hear them though. So what if you were to go to a haunted, say you go to your local supermarket and a ghost appears to you, do you embrace it or do you pretend you don't see it and walk in the opposite direction?
I 100% would embrace it. It's I've definitely had some unexpected ones that happen. Usually it's pretty much stayed to like my house and then different events that we've been to. But there's been some instances, and I guess there was a lot that happened when I was a kid. I've only been told of them where I actually saw things and had conversations with people that weren't there. And definitely at some of the investigations we've had, I've been starting to see like the full body apparitions and getting like, yeah. The one that I saw was actually the Winchester. It fully mimicked one of my friends who was nowhere near the area. Heard his voice and everything. Yep.
Yep.
And
this one here is also really good at being a mimic.
Oh yeah, people have seen mimics of me anytime I go to an investigation, so that's a fun thing.
she has a mimic of herself out there somewhere.
Okay.
But yeah, I've started doing a lot of automatic writing when we go to investigations because I've started to get like little downloads of things that I'll see in my head or I'll hear, and so I'll start writing them down. And I've had instances at Winchester especially where I'd write something down and then it would come over one of the spirit talkers a few minutes later. And I'm like, okay, this is something I'm tapping into a little bit here now.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah. Now, the reason why I'm asking is he keeps asking for things. I was in a situation one time, and I had an ex-partner, and she was very sensitive. And it became like daily normal thing where it happened on here just daily, and it just was part of my life for a while. And then when she left, everything stopped. And then it took a while for me to break from her. And then now I got it back a little bit now too. So, but what I'm saying is, with you being sensitive, are you trying to enhance it? Are you trying to go further with it? Do you do tarot readings? Do you do anything like that spiritually or?
I do. I'm actually I'm still learning to read tarot. I started a couple months ago and I have quite a collection of decks now. I've just gotta really focusing on learning them all. And
okay, I got you. I got you.
Recommendation?
what's that?
Can I make a recommendation?
Oh yes.
I've done tarot for like 15 years. Pick a deck that you're most connected to or that you're most drawn to and start sleeping with it under your pillow.
Oh.
It'll help connect you to them. But be mindful, you're probably gonna have some really screwy dreams.
Oh, that's pretty normal. That's pretty normal.
I mean, same, but I'm just warning you because they get freaking wild.
Oh, cool.
That would be my that would be my best advice for you. Pick like 1 or 2 solid decks that you're like really like I really feel connected, and then right under your pillow or under your mattress or whatever is easier.
Awesome. Thank you.
Welcome.
Go ahead. I know you got something for or him too.
I don't know. So you said you've been to a few other places. Where else have you guys gone together?
So together, her and I, we've done, obviously the Winchester, Billy Creek Village. We've been to the Saratoga County Homestead up in Middle Grove, New York. That's actually it's an old tuberculosis hospital that is actually managed by the 2 guys that have the Haunted Nights channel. They're both from upstate New York. They're the property managers there, and they had held a small event for their private Discord members, friends of the channel type of thing. And so we went up for that. There were a few interesting segments there, but nothing that we really were able to capture. It was more of experience. I mean, this was pretty much like our second event or together.
Mm-hmm.
So we really still were kind of learning the whole, get out your camcorder and record what you're doing, dumbass. Like, and I'm still kind of to that point. Like at Winchester, it was just so much to take in that like there were only like 3 or 4 instances where I actually got the camcorder out and recorded. Other than that, like I was just trying to take everything in, and that's kind of what I was doing at Homestead. But and then her and my mother have done a few events together as well. But so we're 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 6 together.
Yeah.
But
okay.
every time that we go, I mean, it's
electric.
It's electric. I mean, like I said, Billy Creek. I mean, we had footsteps in the Civil War house. That was the first time that I had actually heard footsteps with my own ears.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the Civil War house on the property. So Billy Creek Village is it's a large piece of property where every building that's on the property was relocated from somewhere else within the state of Indiana. They're all historical properties, but they've been relocated to this one location. So there's a Catholic church, there's a Baptist church, there's a 1-room schoolhouse from the 1800s, there's a general store, a coffee shop, an old print shop, an old doctor's office and dentist's office, blacksmith shops, broom shops, and then they have the old governor's mansion from a former governor of the state of Indiana, and then they have the Civil War house, and then there's a couple of there's a barn and a 1-room shack and stuff like that. But we were in the Civil War house, and it was one of those events, so we were kind of split up. Like there were 4 of us upstairs, and then everyone else was downstairs in the living room area, which is on the opposite side of the house from where we were. And so it was her, I, Steve, and one other girl that was at the event. We were upstairs, just sitting on the floor, backs to the wall. And so there was a REM pod at the top of the stairs, and we could hear very distinct 3 to 4 loud footsteps like they were coming up the stairs.
And you could feel it. I was sitting right up against the staircase, and you could feel
the vibrations from the footsteps. Mm-hmm. So Steve stands up and he goes, "Dylan." Well, you can faintly hear Dylan reply, "Yeah." Like, "Where are you guys?" He goes, "In the living room." Nobody's coming upstairs. Nobody's even close to the stairs. Holy crap. And then it was like, you could hear like another couple of loud thumping footsteps on the stairs.
And then the REM pod went off.
And then the REM pod went off. And then they came around and were like, "What are you talking?" Like, we just got footsteps, loud as could be. And then, the incident, in the church, of her on her solo, heard a couple of other things.
We had the door of the Catholic church opened by itself. You could hear the knob fully turn, unlatch, and the door came right open by itself.
Yep. We were at Homestead, and we could hear some footsteps there.
I saw a lot of shadow figures in the
shadow
children's
figures. Sounding like we were downstairs at one point, and it sounded like a rock was thrown, and just bouncing off of the concrete floor. So I mean, it's like every time that we've done something together, there's been something that we've experienced. We together have not had an event or an investigation that we've done where it's just been completely dead and silent. There's always been something. Whether it's been captured or not is another thing, but
let's see if I can get this. I do have a question for you as far as like you said you watched the one video with her getting spooked. You didn't happen to watch the other video where it's titled "Everything Happens But the Shadow Figures Showing Up on Film"? It's on our YouTube. I'd be very curious to see you guys' response, especially hers.
I don't think I've watched that one yet.
I'll have to go watch that one later. It sounds cool.
It's like a 56 minutes. It's
I think that's only on your page, not on the TNK page.
Okay.
I'll put it up.
We'll put it up there. We'll put it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's two videos on the T&K one. I think they were both kind of short. So
okay.
You should
Okay.
There.
Yeah, it's like we have a YouTube channel, but we haven't gotten to that point yet.
I need to get our videos on there because I have my own channel too for paranormal stuff, and I need to figure out how we split our stuff for our sibling content now.
You want to shout that out right now so we can take a look at that?
Well, I say it's just Sibling Paranormal on YouTube.
Yep. And then mine.
Like I said, there's literally nothing on there yet. I mean, I created it, but we haven't done anything to it yet.
We're starting out.
Yeah.
You got a great piece of ghost hunting equipment right there, though. Believe me.
And then
She's gonna come in handy.
Mine is just under Renestone for my pen name.
Mm-hmm. I always say that one of my best ghost hunting equipment is her. So I wouldn't trade her for the world. She's sensitive, and the more we do this, the more we have a blast to begin with. Like if we don't see anything again, we still had a good time doing what we're doing. We're starting to branch out a little bit. We're just a little bit ahead of you guys right now. It's still thrilling. We're going to Gettysburg in August. We're looking forward to that. We're hoping
that's on our. Yeah, I would say that's definitely on our list. Is Gettysburg?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Jenny
if you're free on the
Wadehouse.
24th, you let us know.
Yeah, I just plan on sitting in battlefields in a quiet and just vibing and just trying to not so much the ghost hunts themselves, but just the whole area itself. There's a lot of energy.
Take it all in.
Yep. So,
Yeah, so there's a few places that are kind of on our want to get to list, and some of them are a little more far off than others, but we definitely like
put them up on your page. Do a bucket list. Do a bucket list. It's no longer a dream list. Now it's a bucket list that you can start crossing off.
That's what we did.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, I would say we just got done crossing off her number one. So
yeah, that was my number one place was Winchester.
Yeah, that was a good one. Ours is The Shining, the hotel. Yeah.
Oh, Stanley.
We would like to go there one day. So
I think our next like really big one that like kind of like the Winchester size of a scale is the Crescent.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to see the Norman Baker's Ghost St. Bernard's because I actually have a St. Bernard, so I want to see if that will, if we'll be able to get some contact with them.
All right, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, like I said, we have a couple other little local things that we might try to do. I know we're trying to get back out to Madison Seminary. That's in Ohio. That's an hour and a half drive from here, so it's an easy day trip. Dunkirk Lighthouse.
Yep.
Maybe Iron Island, Wildwood, Wildwood Sanatorium. So there's definitely, a lot of local places that, we're looking to get to, but, Yeah, as far as our next big one, I'm thinking,
Crescent.
Would be Crescent. Other than going back to Winchester 800,000 times in a row, because that place is just, it's incredible. Highly recommend anybody who's interested in going out there, go out, check it out. I mean, even if you're in the area, you've never been there, go there. It's just an amazing place. I mean, we haven't stopped talking about that since we've gotten back.
You would call that like your home field, like your stadium, then, if you.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's been the most incredible experience that I've had personally.
Okay.
Can't wait to get back there.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I got my question ready. Go ahead if you want.
No, go on.
Mine's gonna be a little bit. No, it's not. We do this thing on our podcast where we just ask a simple question, and I'm gonna ask it to both of you. So you're both gonna have your own, hopefully different ghost story. Mine is this. Can you tell me a ghost story?
Oh, you go first.
It doesn't have to be evidence. Just tell me a ghost story. Something that occurred, or your uncle told you, or something along those lines.
As I say, for me, I don't remember where it was or how old I was, but I remember being told the story when I was a baby. I don't know how, like I said, how old I was at the time. I'm assuming I was still an infant, because I remember a crib being involved in it. But I remember being told the story of both of my great grandmothers, like peering over the crib into me, like they were going to try to like come down and pick me up, like they wanted to cradle me. But like I said, I don't remember, where that was or how old I was. Obviously, I was still an infant, and I don't really remember too much of the extent of the story. I just remember, I don't know if maybe my mom had just woken up and it saw the two full-bodied apparitions of both my great grandmothers, like peering over the crib, looking at me, or what it was. But it's just, and it may not even be an actual story, but it's for some reason that resonates with me, and it's something that I remember either being told, or it could be something I made up in my own mind and believed that I was told. I don't really remember, because that was so long ago, but it was something that I remember being told.
That's a good one.
That's cool.
I think for me, my favorite one is one that I was told from when I was about maybe 3 or 4. And my mom and my aunt had gone up to Lilydale to go get some readings. And my mom was in having a reading where they connected with my dad. And my dad passed away when I was 3 days old. So I never really knew him. And he connected, and he wanted to tell me that he loved me. And at the same time, I was so young that I was with my aunt in the stroller. And at the same time that my mom was having this reading, my aunt had taken me into the bathroom at Lilydale and saw me giggling and waving at the ceiling. And my aunt asked me who I was talking to, and I told her that my dad was up there on the ceiling and that he told me he loved me. And so imagine the surprise on my mother's face when they meet back up, and at the same time she had gotten a reading saying her dad's here and he wants her to know that he loves her. And I saw him full body, I guess, as when I was 3 or 4. So that's one of the few stories from when I was a kid that I actually saw someone.
That's awesome. It's really awesome. That was a really good story. Very good.
Yeah, that's awesome that you both have family stories too. That's really neat.
Yeah. It says more with her than me. I mean, like I said, I'm not, quite in tune as much, but trying. and I'm having a blast doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm having a blast doing it.
It's a matter of time. She's going to open up the floodgates for you. She will.
I'm looking forward.
You got to be close enough too, for some reason too. That's how mine works. I have to be near somebody that's sensitive, and then I start vibing off of them. It's not that I see the same thing, but I can feel the energy. That's how mine works. So it's just a matter of time before yours clicks in.
Yeah.
When
that time comes, I'll be very welcoming for it.
Yeah. All righty.
Do you have any questions for us?
I mean, I just like the one thing that I like to ask any kind of a paranormal team or somebody who's into the paranormal, like, what is your favorite location that you've done, or what do you feel is like the best piece of evidence that you've gotten since you've been doing this?
Hinsdale, hands down.
Hinsdale.
Yeah, we're 3 for 3 at Hinsdale. Yep.
Nice. That's on our list too. That's definitely on our list too.
That's pretty close to the top of
mine. That's like our home base, as you guys said. Yeah. You know, the Winchester house is yours. Hinsdale's ours.
The short story is we talked about paranormal. I brought her on. She told me that she has abilities, so I wanted to test her. I do these things where I test people. We went on a first investigation, and it was kind of boring. It was like nothing much happening. And all of a sudden, we hit the witching hour. We went downstairs in the basement. The basement's not even notorious for being haunted, but there was 5 of us. It was her and I and another couple that were married, and then there was the ghost investigator himself. We were all sitting down in a circle in the basement, having a session. We only had 2 recorders going, and then the webcam was going. The video that you're going to watch is the video from the webcam. So we were just having a session about 2:45. Nothing was happening. We're just talking, chit-chatting. The lead investigator, he's telling stories and such. And it seemed like it was the energy was building down in the basement. They start seeing shadows, and it was completely, I want to say, my thing is that the room was like 97% dark. Like, we were within 5 feet of each other. You couldn't see each other. Right. You could see the outline, the one
barely.
Yeah, you could barely see each other. And as it got to 3 a.m., the activity picked up a little bit more, where they were seeing more stuff in a darkness. They were seeing darkness upon darkness. And then all of a sudden, I think it was like 306.6, and nothing to do with the numbers, but a shadow figure emerged from the darkness. The shadow figure was darker than the darkness. Yep. And it appeared, and it circled the room. All 5 of us seen it. We all observed it live. We all did profanities, and
the reactions we had were just
so the webcam captured our reaction to it. It doesn't capture the actual figure itself. And it's all I added was a story to it. That was it. But that's our favorite location. We haven't scheduled nothing for round 4 yet, but that's why there's something with her. It seemed like it wanted to show her, and we were fortunate enough to be there and partake in. It wanted to show her, so
and it did.
It did.
Definitely. Seeing 3 of them. The other 4 only saw the 2, but I think they were focused on the 2 that kept crossing paths with each other. That they missed the 3rd one that was just kind of like stagnant against the back wall.
Yeah, one come around the room this way, and then it seemed like there was another one, and they crossed paths. You could see them on the wall. They were going like a real good steady pace, and we fed them energy from the EM pump, and I believe our fear and her abilities brought it out. And the witching hour. This is a whole bunch of factors. The gears lined up perfectly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
that's the biggest thing with doing all this is it's at right place, right time, right moment, right situation, right conditions, everything.
Yeah, it was definitely it wasn't residual. It was intelligent. I would pull up my phone, and the illumination from my phone, it would put enough light into the thing, it would disappear. It didn't want to show itself. I could never record it, and that's what was crazy. I tried to record it, and brave us, nobody ran. Nobody ran. You'll hear in a video like
no, Tiffany runs. That's what I say, but Tiffany didn't run.
Yeah, we didn't run. So we're hoping for that again. You know what? You got a good partner and your sister there, so hopefully one day you get to experience that too. And I believe it's going to be she's going to be putting out some energy, and it's going to try to feed off her energy, and it's going to manifest in front of you. Hopefully, that's what we're hoping for again too. So. But that's our favorite place. So
nice.
Right on.
That's awesome.
Got anything for him?
Maybe what's your favorite method to use when you go to the different locations?
Me. I mean, so the way that it happens for me, the longer I'm at a location, the more I get. Like you kind of said, downloaded. That's the best way to put it. And I get like little videos that play in my head or pictures, and like I see stuff like that. And usually I'm trying to explain what I'm seeing to him, and he asks me a million questions that I don't have the answers to. But
interrogator, like a detective, when it's starting to happen, because I want it.
I noticed that. I noticed that in the video that she ran, where she had to get out of the room. She came, she came back and you just started asking her questions.
Yeah.
I mean, I did at least ask if he was all right, because I like took off and just abandoned him with the swamp hag.
Left him.
I stayed only because I didn't want to show the house that I was scared of it. So normally I would chase after them and make sure they're okay. That's number one thing. It's, if I came with her, I got to leave with her, kind of thing. One of those things. I don't want no injuries. I don't want no kind of like overwhelming thing. We did sage too, so before we left. So,
But aside from me, I think my favorite would be a recorder, because you can pick up things obviously that you can't always hear live. So that's, I think, my favorite tool aside from just being me.
Mine was a Meg flashlight where you just put it on a little bit and you ask questions and it comes on.
We just got our first one.
Yep.
They're a lot of fun to mess with once you get them going.
There's a video up there on TNK about the George's room where I ask it to draw its energy back, and you could see the energy going back, and then it shuts off. That's when I think it's real.
I'll say, and we had that in Winchester too. I mean, I have another video of it. I haven't done much with it yet, but it was me and Vic. You and Ari, I think
we were in the Witch's Cap.
In the Witch's Cap.
Yep.
And so me and our friend Vic there were in Sarah's bedroom, and she had put a mag light on the nightstand next to the bed, and it was on and off in response to questions. It was like, okay, could you turn that off? I have another question. Poop, it would go right off.
Yeah.
And then she'd ask a question, like, if this is so, turn the light on, and it wouldn't come on. And, if this is blah, 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 and then it would come on. And like, okay, thank you. Turn it back off. That's another question. Turn right back off again. And it was right in tune, and it was that slow dimming out,
Yep. I hear you. That's cool. Yeah, we're starting to get more. We got microphones, we got body cam now, we got the cat balls, we're starting to get more equipment, and we're starting to bring like a bunch of like backpacks and all our equipment in there, like we're moving in sometimes too, though.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of how we feel. I mean, we're slowly growing our little arsenal. I mean, we have EVP, we have K2, she's got the dowsing rods, and then the IR camcorder and all that. But like, I think the most fun piece of equipment that we have right now is our dead bell.
The dead bell. Yep.
We got one of those dead bells, and it's so crazy how you could take it to a known location that's known to be haunted and get nothing out of it. But you take it to a place that's like, say, our house. Yep. And it goes off in response to questions.
Yep.
But you could take it, we had taken it to the homestead, the Saratoga County homestead. And we used it almost every time that we would do a session, and it never went off one time. Oh, wow. And we actually had it set to a higher sensitivity than what we used at the house. And we were getting responses here at home.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
would say, but it's nice to know that you guys use mag lights and cat balls, because I may have something coming out that I'm kind of in the process of working on that she seems to be overly excited about, but it's kind of it equates out for the cat balls and the mag light. So it's something that I saw online. Another group had gotten something that's like this, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I think I can make it better. And I do a lot of woodworking. I have a wood shop in our basement. I do a lot of woodworking. And so I've kind of been messing with this idea that I've gotten from seeing the original idea. So if it turns out really well, if we do the collab at Dunkirk, I will gift you one of what I have been working on.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I appreciate that even beforehand. That's so awesome. Thank you.
It's kind of like I said, it's nothing major. It's just something I thought was, I mean, it's not actually a piece of equipment, but it helps tie to the Maglite and the cat balls.
All right.
But it's just something that I saw. I was like, that's really interesting. I think, you know, I can improve it, you know, a little bit. So I'm kind of working on that, and I've got our first one just about finished, but it's kind of she's really excited about it. She's like, you get it done. She's like, you get it done, and you know, and it turns out really well. You're gonna have to list it, put it on our Discord because everybody's gonna want to buy them. I'm like, but do I want to make them all the time?
I wouldn't trust myself enough with a saw to try to make them myself.
But yeah, we do a collab at the Dunkirk Lighthouse, like we were talking about, and I will bring you guys one.
All right, sweet.
I'm definitely down for that. So, like I said, when you're sliding all over the place. Once we get some dates and stuff in stone, then we're excited to work together. So that's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
yep. And we also got our stickers in today too. So if you wanna sticker swap, it seems like everybody loves to sticker swap on Facebook.
I just got some today, actually. Some more.
Got one, I think.
Yeah, I'll say we just got ours in today. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, these are our. So I'm really disappointed with how these turned out. To be honest.
So cute.
They're so crooked.
Kind of reminds me of a poker chip.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thanks. I just ordered some different ones though, so once those come in, I will I'll definitely send you guys some.
Yeah. I like ours. I just wish they were a little bit bigger.
That's the other problem.
I mean, I'd ordered some for another thing that I have, and I'd ordered the 3-inch, and I was fine with those. I kind of thought they were a little bit big for what I was using them for, so I was like, well, I'm going to order the 2-inch. And now I think these are too small, but they actually work really good for what I'm working on, my little side project. So.
Oh, good. That's what matters then.
But I'm like, we have, you know, we can do the sticker swaps that everybody seems to love to do it on Facebook, and you know, we got friends that we can send them to, and
I always bring, like, I make emojis and stuff for like Twitch channels and stuff. So I take them and I make stickers, and I always bring them to like different haunted events that we go to. So sticker swapping is fun. I love it.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, very cool.
You got anything else?
No, I can talk to you guys for hours.
Yeah,
you guys are a blast. No. We're gonna save it when we get together. So.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we're close enough that that we could definitely get together there.
I'm definitely gonna put up that video. I am curious about a response of what you thought. So.
Yeah,
you know,
we will. Yeah, I'll we'll make sure to watch it, and then we'll.
Absolutely.
We'll make sure to watch it, and then we'll give you our feedback.
Yeah, get a bowl of popcorn, a nice soda, and this. And, you know, it's like 56 minutes. If you watch it all the way through, I'd much appreciate that, and just you know, an honest response. That's all I'm always looking for. I don't ever try to sway anybody's opinion.
Yeah, so, no, for sure. And you said that one was from Hinsdale.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You'll see it when we put it up. It'll definitely. It says something about like shadow figure. One of the best experiences without the actual ghost coverage of it. We see it, and you're just going to see our responses from it, though. Right. We see it, and you're going to watch. You're going to be able to see our eyes watching it as it's floating around. You'll see all three of us. Our eyes go right to it. So you know, it's pretty good video.
Cool. So, for sure, we'll definitely watch it.
All right,
we'll
sweet.
Definitely give you our feedback, what we thought.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, thank you for having us on. Hope we, had interesting enough stories for you. And
oh yeah, definitely.
You're awesome, trust me.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're just getting started. Hopefully, we got many more to come. So.
Well,
Same here, actually.
I like to say I've been using this, and no offense, I feel like we met some more weirdos, and a good light.
Oh, you got to embrace the weird, man. You got to embrace the weird.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's a pleasure meeting some more of us. So
And the fact that you guys like skulls is just like my favorite thing in the world because I love skulls too.
There you go. Yep. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Well, thanks for having us on, and
thank you.
We'll definitely be in touch of trying to get together there at Dunkirk.
All righty. I
think that'd be
appreciate
a
it.
lot of fun.
All right, guys.
All right.
Deuces.
Thank you.
Bye.